Good evening, afternoon, maybe early in the morning, everyone. Welcome to the best of five, or is it a series of five? It's a series of five, I guess, between Dennis and Rohbrot. Game one's already started. We'll be in there in just a moment. All right, so game number one here going to be on Manchuria. Dennis playing French, probably in part motivated by the fact that this is a cow map, so Scout going to do a lot of work, hopefully, in securing those yaks. Rohbrot playing China. I don't know how China is on this map. Obviously, China has villages that can fatten cattle, so that's a motivation to pick China on a cow map, I guess. Also, usually, I mean, not usually, half the time a safe TP line. A lot of China builds these days like to get in TP first, so it's nice to have that safe. So how are we doing on the yak game? Got 5 for Dennis. Probably more to come. Scout and the Explorer still on the map. Two of the 2 yak clusters still unclaimed. Kind of out of the way. Okay, Rohbrot's coming over to where Dennis is doing this treasure. Let's have a look. He's got vision on this coin treasure. And yeah, it looks like Dennis has to back off. Let's have a look at these decks while we wait for them to age up. So obviously this is an FF deck out in China, no surprises there. That's one you don't see every day. 12 Changdaos and 2 Flamethrowers. I haven't seen this card before, honestly. I'd guess that why you would get that is that sometimes China's in a position where all their Qingdaos are dead, and because you have banner armies, you can't train more. So maybe that's really just an expensive 12 Qingdao shipment is what it's there for. Let's have a look at what Dennis is up to. Pretty standard French deck. Do have refrigeration in there, which is not always what you do. Eco Theory and 2 heavies. But yeah, this is bog standard. It's a staple in the GFA Petard build. Yes, how could I forget? Okay, so Dennis is up with 400 wood. Shipping Northern Refugees to get 2 builds out. I thought this build was kind of disfavored currently, but sure, 2 villagers. Yeah, it looks like we'll be seeing a blockhouse. I mean, I guess when you're playing French, you can't be really sure what they're going to do. And yeah, it looks like he hasn't even scouted what Dennis is up to, so... Okay, it's a defensive play. Probably see that pop out as soon as he gets the 250 export for it. Going up with the Temple of Heaven as is standard these days. Oh, I missed that. Yeah, Rohbrot killed the scout with TC fire. Thanks for catching that, Callan. So, because Rohbrot went for the blockhouse instead of the more standard these days French consulate 400 food, like, look how delayed his age up is. He's not even halfway done, whereas Dennis is already up. So it looks like we're going to see a semi-FF out of the semi-FF gang. The stable going down. 4 CDB on the way. We got iron traps immediately. Steel traps, excuse me, immediately. Gonna follow it up with 700 wood. Okay, blockhouse is out for Rohbrot. Let's see where he places it. Looks like... Okay, in base over here. I'm a little confused by this positioning. No, maybe that's fine. This is really going to make it impossible for... like, Rohbrot should not lose a single villager, regardless of how well Dennis controls his hus, but we'll see. Things happen. Dennis doing a good job scouting what's up, and is probably feeling very safe to just boom as hard as he can while these 5 hus try to find any damage they can get. So the hus are on the way. Note, by the way, we're going to train more than just 5. Let's see what's up with Rohbrot. 700 coin shipment is in, and we're going to be shipping 700 wood behind that. Standard stuff. Consulate off of Russia, by the way. Okay, and Dennis is going to try his darndest to get some idle time. Probably can't hope for a kill here. And he's not really getting it. Very nice control from Rohbrot. Very good at right-clicking on the town center with his villagers. Oh, carelessly loses a hus there. That's too bad. Did a good job at saving the other one that was taking fire, though. So we got 3 more hus on the way. Note the Chinese explorer is still on the map, taking treasures, even though the hus ran right by him. Have a quick look at what Dennis is up to. 700 coin on the way, probably looking for an age up after this. Ooh, nice minute pop. Sentry, rather, onto the hus. Gonna get the snare. Probably not gonna find a kill here. Barely... Ooh, the explorer coming in for the flank. Okay, 1 hus down. And wow, wow. Look at the prod queue. So I think in this position, the much more common way to play it by far is to just age up and try to play age 3 versus China. But Dennis is double raxing Musk. Let's see what happens. 8 Musk already on the map. Okay, and Rohbrot knows what's going on now. So he has just put down his porcelain tower, which is honestly the best timing Dennis could possibly hope for. And they're going to get to work on this blockhouse. My concern is that these barracks are just all the way back in his base. I don't know if Dennis is going to be able to apply the pressure he needs to. Almost all of the hus are gone as a result of that sentry engage. Something I didn't talk about is that he fought the sentries with the hus. And yes, the sentries are low, but they're still pikemen. They're going to punch the heck out of your hus. Such nice control from Rohbrot. I don't think he's lost a single villager yet. So that blockhouse is going to go down. We've got the 8 Chuko Nu shipment on the way, which is a win for Dennis. You don't want to ship that. You want to save him for H3. But you can't. You're going to see a War Academy go down. And note, by the way, Rohbrot is now housed, because the blockhouse does give you population space. So the Chuko Nus are here. Oh, that hurts. Dennis walks towards the porcelain tower, forces Rohbrot to pull his villas into the TC. And I believe all 27 villas are idle right now. And oh no, the Chuko Nus are just gonna die without getting any real value. I do wonder if shipping that was a move. Instead of saving it for H3 and just accepting that you would have to be totally idled in the meantime. Okay, now Rohbrot's up. Let's have a quick look at what Dennis is doing. Still just full-on pressure. This is an all-in here from Dennis. So what will Rohbrot's first shipment be? He doesn't even have one at the moment. That hurts. Gonna train a territorial army. But that's just 6 units. And 6 China units, right? This is looking like a terrible spot for Rohbrot. Okay, we're gonna send Redcoats as our first shipment. But both of the Minutemen charges have already been used for Rohbrot. I don't know if I see a way back into this for him. Village gonna go down in these minutes. Dennis still probably just full on making military, yep. Shipping 8 crossbows, yeah. Why not? Okay, this will be a really critical moment. Rohbrot's gotta get himself back into the game now with these redcoats, or it's lights out. Gets a nice little pick on 1 Musk, but that is not enough yet. Good micro here. Gonna try to use the Villas to tank, it looks like. Pops him into melee. Gets a good swipe on the Huss. Okay, this is not looking so bad. Remember, these are Consulate H3 Musks, right? As opposed to uncarded French Musks, so they are going to trade decently well with the right micro. But yeah, Rohbrot just still doesn't have the mass he needs. Gonna ship 10 Chengdaos, yeah, that's probably right. Oh, something else, by the way. 4 Iron Flails in there. Don't see that all the time.
Yes.
Rohbrot's had really good control through this, I have to say. Getting a lot more value than some other players might have out of these redcoats. Doing a good job of just poking in, trying to get a pick, and backing up before Dennis can really react with his superior mass. Okay, and it's go time. Transcendence is popped. Rohbrot's going to try to clean this up. Chengda's pop out. And, oh man, can they get the snare on the Huss? Gotta bring him towards the cliff here, and not just chase him. Okay, Huss get away. That is a total cleanup on the Musk, though. Very nice play from Rohbrot. But Dennis has reinforced with a sizable mass. And things are suddenly looking kind of alright for Rohbrot. How are we doing on food and base is the only question here I have. Got this hunt over here, otherwise not a lot of food available. So this is kind of a scary army for Dennis to be fighting right now, but I feel like the move would be to starve and contain Rohbrot rather than take him head on. But looks like he's decided to go for the full-on fight, and Dennis has gotten cleaned up. Just 3 Huss and the crossbows surviving from that fight. And he's kind of out of good shipments. Shipped 600 wood just now, but that's not going to help you with your mass or your age up. So, very uncomfortable spot for Dennis right now. And yeah, this is a rough spot for Dennis. He's trying to macro for an age up. He does have a ton of CDB. Got 21 on coin right now. Does he have amalgamation? No, but he does have placer mines. And yeah, his only option is to back up and age. There's nothing else he can really do right now. Rohbrot's army is too scary. Now, what is the plan for Rohbrot now, I wonder? Oh no. Does he see the CDB? No. Yeah, these... I guess Dennis is like done with most of the hunt on his map. These guys ideally should probably be down here. But it looks like for now, Rohbrot hasn't found them. But he does find the CDB on the coin mine. And oh no, 1 goes down, 2 go down. And we're probably looking at a total wipe on these CDBs, 7 of them. Okay, looks like he kills 4 out of the 7. So Dennis is up, gonna double train skirms right out the gate. Looking like Goon at the stable. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a shipment though, so it's gonna be a while before he has the mass that can challenge this. Something going for Dennis though is that these villas are over here, like paradoxically very close to Rohbrot's base, but probably not in danger of getting raided. So his eco is going to continue going while Rohbrot is sieging him. Rohbrot being a little incautious, sieging down the stable, does give the skirms a nice opportunity to get some picks. Looks like he's going to back up here. 5 goons on the way for Dennis. Let's have a peek at what Rohbrot's up to. Got 5 meteor hammers on the way. These CDBs are still here. Does Rohbrot see it yet? No. Okay, now he does with that village, and I wonder if he'll pop right over there. Maybe he'll ship the meteor hammers here and rally them. I really can't believe Dennis is like, does he see the village there? No, he doesn't. But like, come on, your CDBs are in the middle of the map. Like, you should not have those there. Okay, yep. And they're gone. Honestly, I don't know if that's recoverable. So I think Dennis just has to push and try to do something now, because otherwise he'll just lose. Though, I don't know, Dennis does have the superior villager economy right now. Of course, he does not have a porcelain tower. So the China eco probably is a bit better. Okay, it looks like we got our fight here. That's a huge, massive cab from China. Pops Transcendence again, lovely. Looks like Rohbrot's gonna force Dennis back here. I don't know, he's got the snare. That's a huge mass. I don't know if Dennis can do anything here. Looks like he's gonna get wiped. Look at that Explorer. 1100 HP. And yeah, Dennis taps out. GG, Rohbrot takes game number 1. That's an interesting one. Let's see, what was that porcelain tower on? It's on coin towards the end. My guess is that it was probably on food at the point where there's no hunting base. Porcelain tower is such a good economy band-aid. Yeah, I mean, the game's pretty simple, right? Dennis all in and kind of had to kill Rohbrot at a certain time, and couldn't do enough damage. Oh, weird. When did he? Looks like he built that second trading post kind of towards the end. I guess maybe that was him shipping 600 wood and not knowing what to do with it. Yeah, Callan in chat saying the timing did damage, forced 8 bow, and clean them up for free. Just need to age behind it. Yeah, that does sound right. Something I'm wondering is, do you really want to semi-FF with Huss against China? I don't know. Despite the fact that he got no Vil kills, well, I don't know. He didn't get much idle time either. Anyway, we're about to go to game number 2 here. And we'll have Rohbrot on Spain and Dennis on Ethiopia. So it'll just be a few minutes before the game pops up. I think they configured the game to have a delay. Yeah, I had the green screen thing still on for a second there. Just spin off the overlay, huh? Yeah, nobody would care, right? That seems well advised. It shouldn't be more than another couple minutes. Any other thoughts on that game we just saw? Oh, how's my day been? What am I up to these days? What am I up to these days? I was just in New York City for a few days. That was very nice. I live in Washington, D.C., where I would say the restaurants are not very good. New York City has very many restaurants that are very good. Pretty much anything you want. I was in Chinatown, and there were like three different vegan dim sum places within a few blocks. Um, yeah, just anything you can imagine, it's there. What's my job? Feeding horses, of course. Don't tell me you're vegan. Well, the thing about horses is that I mean, horses have to drink mare's milk, so I suppose they're not vegan, but they certainly are vegetarian. Aside from the occasional invertebrate getting sucked in with the grass. Anyway, we'll return to this very exciting topic in a moment, I'm sure. But we've got game number 2 on the hook. Let's get in there. Okay, we're in game number 2 on Dakota. Dakota, a central trade line map. Despite the fact that these trade lines look disconnected, they do upgrade together. So if you upgrade the right half, you'll also upgrade the left half. This map is like Mexico, except the two bluffs in the middle are separate instead of right next to each other. And Mexico doesn't have this weird lake thing on either side. Oh, wow, look at those. Look at those guys. It's a party. Wow. That's beautiful. Who locked first? I'm honestly not sure how it worked out. If somebody knows the rules of how civ picks work, they should type it in chat. Let's have a look at these decks. So, that all looks pretty normal. Very mercenary heavy, I guess is what I'd say about this. We do have the Sebastopol mortar in. Standard Ethiopia things on the whole, I'd say. And a little bit mercenary heavy. And what do we got going on for Rohbrot? I think you don't always see advanced arsenal. That's a little weird. Got a couple of industrial shipments. I also don't know what that's about. How many Spain games go to industrial? I can't remember the last time I saw one. So we'll see if Rohbrot has any grand designs for how this is going to go. Okay, okay.
Preparado.
So what are we doing here?
¿Cuál es su comando?
Wait, what does that explorer's name mean? Doesn't that mean bread from on high or something? Interesting explorer name. We got a little scuffle here at the 85 wood treasure. Who gets it? Rohbrot secures the treasure that he's working on. Dennis tries to steal it, doesn't succeed. Let's have a look at these builds. Wonder what we'll see him age up with. I think people like to go Somali. But we're going to see Habesha instead. I honestly couldn't tell you what they do. Someone could type that in chat. I'd appreciate it. Spain going up with the tower. Okay, interesting. Builds a mountain monastery way over here. I guess that makes sense. Spain doesn't want to walk stuff all the way over there since Spain's whole identity is doing a timing on you. So, it's a great idea from Dennis. I like that. Gonna hold on to his shipment till he ages up. Rohbrot getting greatcoats. Bit of a curious choice, I feel, against Ethiopia. I don't know, it costs basically nothing. And where is he going to put down this tower is the next question. Shipping 700 coin immediately, by the way. And so is Dennis. Are we going to see an FF from him, I wonder? Let's see the cards again. Yeah, inconclusive from the deck. Training Abens, by the way. I wonder if he's gonna... Yeah, he's trying to queue up more. Needs to finish his house first. Oh no, he's housed. He's not gonna finish the house in time to get the Abens out. That's unfortunate. He wanted to get more Abens in that pop. Shuttles, that's why. Yeah, but like, I guess I figure you're going to be pressuring him so much he needs to have everything at home, probably, because you're Spain. I guess we'll find out. So Rohbrot is clicked up with the scout. Okay, Dennis scouts the outpost. We're gonna get a barracks right next to the tower. I'm a little skeptical of this positioning. I think right around where his explorer is might have been better.
Preparado.
Yeah, he did pull 3 villagers up for the racks. That is one more than I would have used for sure. Gonna train rods. See what's up in Dennisland. Dennis has clicked up. Getting tribal societies. I think that's like villager speed and HP.
Is that
Yeah, 4.4 speed now. Speedy boys. And he's getting Jav Riders in transition. Clicked up with the Somalis. So let's just have a quick look at Vision, see what they all know. See, Rohbrot does not know about the monsters over here, so that's totally safe. Gonna use the rods to siege the trading posts. Okay, both players are now up at roughly the same time. 4 Hus from the age up out for Rohbrot. It seems like the Jav Riders were anticipating that, but there are rods on the field, so Jav Riders had to stay home. And, let's see what's in the queue. That trade post definitely going down. 9 Gascenia gonna get shipped for Dennis. What's up for Rohbrot? 2 Falc on the way. Getting vet rods. And, ooh, Rohbrot gonna get jumped here a little. Jive Rider's poking in. Gonna get away just fine. 1 Hus severely wounded. Neither player loses a unit, and the trade post is secured. It's a nice little play there from Dennis. Probably gonna heal that right up. Spain doesn't want to go back there because the Falcs are out, and you want to go to the main base immediately with the Falcs. So really, really nice play there from Dennis. Okay, and I'm amazed at the amount of mass that's on the field. Note that even though these guys look identical, some of these are Isa warriors, and some of these are Gascenias. And Dennis's next shipment is going to be the mortar, so he's probably going to get that popped. I'm not sure who wins in an artillery battle. I think the mortar loses to the Falcs, but we will get to find out in short order. Rohbrot just continuing to train rods. It's only rods and Falc. I can't believe this. Surely this is not a great comp. Okay, he's backing up. Something spooked him. I'm not sure what. Maybe someone else has an idea of why he did that, but I don't know. I suppose he figured a shipment was on the way. I'm not sure. How many Abins we sitting on, by the way? We got all 5 out. So I think the longer this game goes, Dennis, the better a position Dennis is in, because his economy is just superior. Yeah, they're equal, roughly equal on Vil count right now, but also Dennis has 5 Abuns. So, Neftenia production has begun for Dennis. Got a really nice comp going here. Rohbrot gonna be poking in again here. see his vision. Got 2 Raxes on the field now, by the way. Just kind of blindly going in next to the TC. Sees the mortar. Okay, mortar gets 1 shot off on the Falc. I think it's going to survive to get another shot off and... Oh, barely not kill it. But Villager is popping out the TC and killing Falcs. Great move. Mortar goes down, but the work is done, I think. Rods are all over the Musk Mass. Actually doing not a bad job of cleaning them up. Wow. The War Dog's in there helping a lot with the DPS of this composition. I don't understand what I just saw. All those Musks just got murked by these rods. I mean, I tell you what, that is a lot of rods. 29 rods. And thing about rods, they got 40% melee resist, so if you get a surround on Musk like that, I mean, Musks don't have multipliers against them, obviously. Okay, he finds the mountain monastery. The Oblins are going on a little march. Rohbrot doesn't seem too interested in chasing them, so that's a good win for Dennis. Oh wow, he got a monastery right there. I do wonder if Dennis was greeting a little too much, and that's why he didn't have enough mass to deal with this. Believe he also only had 5 skirms. Okay, and the Javelin Riders get cleaned up, but the Oblins do survive. Oh, we've got Conquistadors out now for Dennis, but, well, okay, something I forgot, they do have the 1 splash, and rods do pack pretty closely together, so that's actually kind of scary. Another good thing for Dennis is that Rohbrot is shipping 5 Lancer now. But look at this rod mass. 49 rods on the field right now. I get the feeling Rohbrot has done this before. It certainly looks like he's practiced this a bit. Yeah. Skirms are good against rods, but not if the rods are right on top of them. Look at that, it's slaughter. And all the Conquistadors go down. Dennis taps out. GG. Rohbrot takes game number 2. Well, that was a bit of a hilarious game. I do wonder if some walls would have helped Dennis out there. Seems like walls would be pretty good in dealing with that. Honestly, I think it could have totally changed the way that game turned out. So next up, we're going to have Rohbrot on Ottoman and Dennis on India. You know, I do wonder if those ducks portended Dennis's defeat. It is the case that the ducks were only on his side. Something to consider. I'm not sure if most cultures in the world consider ducks to be a bearer of good or ill omens. Anyway, game number 3 starting now. Let's get in there. Okay, we're on game number 3 on Giannis. With Rohbrot playing Ottoman. Let's see, is he doing the TC... Sorry, the Mosque TP start, looks like it. Yeah, Ottoman Explorer going over here to build TP. Standard stuff. And we got Dennis on India. Probably the most interesting thing about this map is that it's got two archer upgrades for damage. So 10% from the Caribs, and how much is it from the 2P? Another 10%. So I do wonder, I think there's huge potential here for Rohbrot to do an Azap strategy, because Azaps do shoot arrows, and 10% on their base damage would be a massive, massive increase, truly. India, of course, does not have archer units, so don't really care about that. Okay, decks are out. So this deck is called Anti-FI. And yeah, versus Ottoman, I guess it's a good thing to have. Let's see, distinctive about this is, well, he's gotten both camel cards. You usually don't see both. Especially in one that is more focused on age 3 and 4. Yeah, Bramboy, I was joking. Yeah, no Ellie combat, but we do have both camel cards. I'm a little confused by this deck, to be honest. Usually see both camel cards. I feel like I don't see Desert Terror all the time, but maybe I'm not looking at the right India players. Yeah, weird deck. Let's have a look at Rohbrot's deck. This one looks more standard. This is a funny thing to say, but a bit more Age 2 cards than you usually see for Ottoman these days. And yeah, actually this card is... Wait, which one's banned? Is it this one that's banned? Mosque Construction? Yeah. Well... I think we will have to do something if he sends that. ESOC admin, can you please try to figure out what happens if he sends it? I think it's hopeless to try to contact him in game right now, so we should think about what happens if he sends it. Anyway, he's clicked up with the Imam, which is the new 900 food age up that chips an Imam and a mosque wagon. You can have 2 mosques. That's a nice another 0.8 XP trickle. Getting a market in transition. So I'm assuming this is like whatever standard FF/FI build he's figured out. In base Augur, interesting. So, how much scouting has Dennis done here? He's going to scout the base now. I mean, I guess it's always possible that Otto could 2-rax Janu or something. But looking at the deck, certainly it doesn't smell like that. Okay, so Rohbrot's up. Probably gonna pop that down right there. 700 coin immediately on the way. So, I'm also wondering, does Rohbrot know about the Agra? Yeah, he saw it being constructed. And that is a wider box than you get for the Karnimata. So standard auto thing, 700 wood on the way after the 700 coin. This is bog standard. Let's see if Dennis is scouting his base for a stable or something. It's like explorers are heading across the map to see what's what. Foreign logging gonna be the first card. That's looking at what Rohbrot's doing, that's the best card to send in the situation, so well done. And yeah, it's going to get the scout on the base and sees there's not even a stable down or anything. Up with the, oh, not the Exiled Prince, the scout. And Dennis sees the barracks going down in base. So Dennis has got a huge amount of information. Let's see what he does with it. Looks like he intends to stay H2. Interesting. So maybe this aggro was aimed at holding some sort of fortress timing all along. Probably going to see a crate shipment next, if I had to guess. Yep, 700 coin on the way. Still no embassy, also. See what's up in Rohbrot land. Jan production has begun. Not going to do the ASAP strategy that I think would have been very good on this map, but oh well. And note also, Rohbrot's gotten a second TP in transition with the 700 wood crate. Yeah, that's right. He hitched up with the Imam and got 2 mosques. So his XP production is going to be really good. Kind of think this is looking like an FI for that reason, honestly. But we'll see what he does. Looks like Dennis made a batch of Gurkha and then decided to go for the age up after that. Would have been ideal to skip the Gurkha. I don't know if he needed to make those. I think he just delayed his age up for not much reason. So, a bit unfortunate about that. 4 delis on the map from the age up. Let's see. 1,000 coin gonna be next. Yeah, this is definitely an FI. The way he's macroing. Yeah, I'm kind of with Harrison on this one. Like, it delays you, but in this matchup, I don't think delaying your H2 matters that much, and it is, like, almost a TP for free, right? I'm not sure if aging up with the Imam is terrible here. And because it's an FI, like, XP is worth even more than usual, right? Okay, we're up with the Tower of Victory. That over the Karnimata probably is the right choice. And we're going to get a consulate in transition as well. Both coin and food gather rate upgrades are in for India, but not Imperial bureaucracy just yet. Gonna go auto and ship the ASAPs. Yeah, Ottoman's scary power spike in H3 is their cav, so that doesn't seem bad at all. And auto is clicked up with the Grand Vizier. I don't remember what that one does, but I'm sure it sends units. I think it sends Spahis. So yeah, Dennis has been pretty content to just kind of sit back and let Rohbrot do his build. I'm not sure if that's the right choice. He's been sitting in base with his units and has not even tried to like poke at either of these TPs, so I don't know. He did a greedy thing and shipped foreign logging, but other than that, seems like Rohbrot is definitely ahead right now. Alright, now he pokes in with his Explorer, sees the Jans. Also sees his town center going down. So good job scouting That's the one thing Dennis has done really well this game, scouting with his explorers. Fortunately, going to lose them both now, but he's got enough information for a while to know what he needs to do. Shipping 2 siege elephants. Looks like he doesn't want to age for a while. And, okay, interesting. Looks like he wants to reach the base just as Rohbrot's getting up to age 4. I'm sure he knows it's an FI. He continues to kind of just be non-committal and, you know, lays about outside of Rohbrot's base, which does not damage his economy. Rohbrot is up, by the way, got 3 Spahis on the field. Shipping 6 more. Siege Jellies are out, take down 1 of the mosques. Vet Sepoys are out. This Spahi pop is going to be extremely scary. Thing about Sepoys is that their melee against Cav got really nerfed. So he's got these zaps, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. I think the Spahis just come out and Rohbrot cleans. Then maybe he's just gonna stay behind and keep greeting. Yeah, the Spahis are out, but he hasn't gone for the engage. I mean, I guess that's fine. He does lose like 400 wood worth of houses and mosque. Rebuilding the houses, that's too bad. Got a lot of idols at the moment. Oh my god, he's got... His villas are just sitting in there. That's really bad. They're still in there. Shipping 4 more Spahi. Okay, finally unidles the villagers after like 40 seconds. That's rough. Siege Ellie's getting to work on this town center. If I had to guess, we're probably going to see... No, I think it's going to die before Spahi get out. Might just barely do it. We're going to see a minute pop out of here. And it is go time. Rohbrot's going in. Wow, Howda's coming in just when they're needed for Dennis. Let's see what happens here. Spahi Mass has connected with the infantry, and yeah, these nerfed Sepoys are just not great at dealing with Cav. Mahout's over here on the Spahis, not where you want him, given that they're Lancers. I really don't know about that Mahout shipment. And yeah, it looks like Rohbrot's taking this easily. Howdas are good, but you... so are Spahis, basically. Like, look at that. 1000 HP. Yikes. And how many Spahi do we got left after that? Got 7 Spahi on the field. Two more Howdas are out. Rohbrot following this up with 2 Bombard. Cancels it in favor of 2 Abbot's Gunner. Now would be a really good time to send the wounded one back to where the Imam is. Do we still have the Imam? Not sure where he went. Okay, so that was a bit of a bad trade. Oh, there he is. Looks like he has been using him. Look at that value from the 900 food age up. Rohbrot getting kind of careless with his Jans. I don't think he needed to lose a single one of those, but he just left him out there. And yeah, the reason why he wants Abbas is that he sees Dennis is adding a lot of Howdas. Got Vet Abbas coming in. Dennis sees the Abbas, backs up immediately, and is now shipping... Is this 2 Lancer? No, 3 Lancer. Despite... Oh wait, no. Forget that. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like longer this game goes, the better it is for Rohbrot. His economy is definitely better right now. And it'll continue to get better as we go along. I think Rohbrot just needs to sit in base and he'll be okay. So Abyss, yeah, I agree with Bramboy. These don't need to be here. I agree with chat that no LE combat in Dennis's deck is pretty perplexing. That's a lot of elephants. He's backing this up with a double Gurkha prod, by the way. And do we have anti-cav on the field? No, just Spahi. Which he had been healing up, by the way. 4 of them back at full. Nice job there with the Imam. Lancer's gonna go down pretty much for free. 2 of them at least. I'm not... I wonder why Rohbrot is going for a Jan Abyss instead of Abyss Cav Archer. Maybe there's something about elephants I don't know that makes this a better comp, but... Okay, I got some trades here. He did lose a lot of Abyss right there, that's kind of unfortunate. They are guard, though. Rohbrot sending his first factory now. Dennis still age 3. Doesn't seem like he's planning to age anytime soon. He's gone through most of his good unit shipments so far in age 3. Finally got Imperial bureaucracy, by the way. I think that shows you Dennis felt really nervous this entire time, didn't feel like he could spend on economy. Ooh, and that's a scary Abyss gunner mass marching across the field. Gurkha's gonna back up. So how are we doing on hunts here? It looks like Rohbrot has only one more safe hunt. That coin mine is almost done. He's got basically one more safe coin mine until he has to expand. And expand he has. He's got this town center going down. Surely Dennis does not know about this. And if that goes up, which I think it will, that's going to give Rohbrot more fuse on this game. Oh yeah, looks like he trained a second Imam, and those bodies are back to full. Nicely done by him. Imam's one reason they're so good, they only cost food to train. Okay, Dennis is poking in. That is a considerable Gurkha mass. And we got some more siege jellies on the field. Gonna get to work on the original town center. Oh, wow. Yeah, Duck, well spotted. We got surgeons on the elephants. This is a heal-heavy game. I really don't know how to parse this game. Okay, got this funny moment here where 18 of India's villagers are right under the auto TC. I wonder if Rohbrot can punish that, but we've got a scuffle in the main. It'd be hilarious if he popped the bombards out over there, but that'd be a meme, not a good play. Where did those bombards pop out at? Over here. And oh man, Spahi's got a nice little chunk out of the Gurkha mass. That's like a pretty scary mass of Howdas though. Rohbrot He's going to lose these Spahi for not much gain. His army was pretty out of position there. I don't think he should have been engaging like that. But the bombards are here. And get to work on those sepoys, excuse me, Gurkhas. And Dennis has got to back up on that. Villager is still over there. Would have really liked it if Rohbrot had just sent like even 1 or 2 Spahis over there. And yeah, the villagers are gonna get out now. Totally safe, I think. Pops minutes to try to get them, but it's probably only gonna kill 1. Where'd the surgeons go?
Yes.
Over there. So, what does Dennis want to do now? What does he know? I would like to see Dennis, like, he knows Otto is coin hungry, right? Would love to see him do a bit of raiding on this side of the map, but I guess he doesn't have any heavy cav.
Huh.
Man, that's a huge, scary mass of Abyss Gunners. Okay, and looks like we're going to get a transition into sowers. Got a vet sower on the way. Got a castle and a stable going down mid-map for India. Interesting. 4 Spahi gonna try to raid India's villas. Let's see what he knows about it. Hasn't seen it yet. See what's going on in Rohbrot space. Ooh, got a tavern. What's that for? Barbary Corsairs. Okay. I guess. And both players look like they're going to raid each other now. Got some redcoats on the autovils. Spahi's trying to raid, but they instead find the massive howdahs. Okay. Yes, he thinks better of it. Cancels the Corsairs. I think that's the right choice. If you're going to do that, just make ASAPs. Like, your army is already so coin heavy. If you need a pike unit, make ASAPs. Okay, that little redcoat raid gets cleaned up. I don't think it did all that much other than invite idle vills. Got some annoying Minutemen over here. And, these cannons are getting good trades for Rohbrot here. Dennis needs to be careful. He did not use the church card. He has not sent it. That was just the 2 bombard shipment. Oh man. The Bills joined the fray. Probably their shift clicked on that silver mine. And we've got our first earnest fight of the past, like, 7 minutes here. 1 bombard goes down. But yeah, Rohbrot is crushing that. And Rohbrot takes game number 3 against Dennis. GG. And for game number 4, we'll have Rohbrot on Brits. And Dennis on Hausa. Yeah, what's there to say about that game? I think the story to tell is just very straightforwardly Dennis let Rohbrot do his build, and then he did his build, and because he's Ottoman, it was very hard to do anything because he did his build. The in-base Agra, very questionable, I think. Like, if you're scared of cheese, you should scout, not build an in-base Agra blind. There's also the point where in Age 2 he trained a batch of Gurkha instead of aging. I think that was also a mistake. Like, you have every indication that Ottoman is going FF, and in fact, I think he knew that because he scouted it. But he trained 5 Gurkha for reasons that are unclear to me, and that delayed his age up quite a bit. Okay, we got game number 4. Okay, we are on Saguenay. Got the central trade line variant. With Dennis on Hausa, Rohbrot on Brit. So, surely the thought process with Hausa here is you got some sheep around the map, which he's doing his best to gather up. Gets one of them.
Yes.
Looks like Rohbrot wants a trading post, and he puts it down, yeah. But he sees a treasure that Dennis is doing. And now we have a contest here. I think Rohbrot got it? I can't tell. No, Dennis gets it. Okay. That hurts. Rohbrot delayed his TP in order to try that. Probably lost at least one pass, probably 2. Because he gambled. So, good win for Dennis there. And GMT is out for Rohbrot. So let's look at this Brit deck. I think it's been pretty popular to do GMT and VC. No distributivism, no 2vil. Lots of people trying to figure out what the best thing to do as Brit is for your Age 1 shipments. And who knows what the answer is, but this one's certainly popular.
Ready.
Let's have a look at the House of deck. Looks pretty standard. Nothing... I don't think you always see that one. Yeah, nothing too remarkable here. Okay, Hausa is clicked up with Songhai. And Brit is clicked up with the governor. So the Watchtower politician. And a shipping VC in transition. All of his villagers, though, still on food. Okay, no, yeah, he just moved them over. So this is a water map. Just have the frigate in Rohbrot's deck. No water cards for Dennis. So I wonder if we'll see water if this game goes longer.
Yes.
Probably not.
Heil.
Because, seems like a lot of fighting will happen over these two TPs. In-base outpost, interesting. You would normally think you would want to put those near the trading posts, but I guess Rohbrot just wants to prioritize protecting his villagers. We've got some scouting coming in here for Dennis. Shipping the Palace Wagon 300 influence first, by the way. Interesting. Sees pretty much everything that's going on in Rohbrot's base. Is probably confused by the fact that there's no military prod yet, but okay, there it goes down. But yeah, Dennis doesn't know where, if anywhere, the barracks is right now. Yeah, still hasn't seen it. So we got a batch of raiders out. They are surely gonna get to work on the trading post. Raiders, very nice siege damage. 6 higher than Huss. And I don't think Rohbrot can do anything about this. I guess putting the outpost there wouldn't have really helped because raiders can surely take that down as well. I'm wondering why he did the trading post build if he was just going to give up on them like this. Seems bad. But maybe he'll be able to save the other one with this Musk batch that's just got out. And note that Dennis has used the Hausa MOBA ability to spawn raiders. And the palace is in base, by the way. Gonna get to work on the other one. Looks like the Musks were distracted killing the House Explorer. That's gonna give the raiders more than enough time to kill this, and yeah, Musks are staying at home, not even gonna try and defend it. So this is a great start for Dennis here. On the other hand, I guess this does buy time for the VC boom. So I wonder if it's almost bait that these trading posts are out here getting killed. We're at 19 manor houses, soon to be 20. So I don't know. Maybe making the TPs and letting them die is the best thing to do. I'd have to think about the math more, I feel. Okay, Raiders gonna come in, but there's more than enough Musk here to deter them. Do we have Fulanis out yet? Yeah, 5 Fulanis coming out. But we are double racks training musketeers. Let's see what's in the queue for Dennis here. He did get the Cree trading post and is gonna begin making CDBs. Bit of a miss micro on the Fulanis. Double training Fulani archers out in the war camps. I'm liking Dennis's position here a lot. This map is kind of cramped for Brit. Dennis is well positioned to contain and keep Rohbrot off of food, which would become relevant in a few minutes. And I think Rohbrot needs to do something that's not make Musk, and indeed he has switched over to longbows. Gonna ship 6 longbow as well. And Fulanis are good, but they're not as good as longbows, I would say. So as long as Rohbrot can keep the raiders off of them, trades should be good. But the longbows are outnumbered by about 1 to 2 at least. compared to the Fulanis. Double longbow production is continuing though, and we got 6 on the way from the shipment. Next shipment for Hausa going to be Fulani range, so I'll bring them to 20 range compared to the longbow's 22. So that's a really good card. Scores looking pretty even. Masses also look roughly even. So this has turned into a bit of an archer battle. Thing about Fulanis, their attack animation is so much better. Like, let's have a closer look here when they go back in. The archers, the Fulani archers just release their arrows immediately. Let's have another look here. Okay, they're not gonna poke in for a while. Compare that to the longbows where, you know, they do this incredibly flamboyant wind-up and have to wait for a good second before they release an arrow. See, look at this. It's like if their animation were different, they would have done damage, but they have to wait like that. So I think Dennis's game plan here, and I think it's great idea, is to just contain Rohbrot. He knows that Rohbrot is going to eventually, that he's eventually going to need to get on the hunt over here. And he's trying to secure map control, so he can't do that. Oh wow, but we got the double Hus batch switch from Rohbrot. Let's see what he can do with that. Dennis doesn't really have any anti-caps, so this is great for Rohbrot. And if I remember right, I think Raiders don't trade very well against Hus. On the other hand, the Raiders do outnumber the Hus quite a bit, but there are also Musketeers behind that would ensure that Rohbrot's army gets a better trade. Got 5 Raiders in the shipment queue. But yeah, it looks like for now at least Rohbrot has broken the contain. And that was indeed a double stable. Wow. So double Hus production is continuing for Rohbrot. Let's see what Dennis is up to. Yeah, double Jav Rider production beginning. But he's got to survive in the meantime. He's got some Jav Riders on the field, but not as many as he wants, certainly. Doing a good job getting these longbows to walk around and idle. When you're Brit, you want your longbows to be as stationary as possible so they can fight in order to compensate for their terrible attack animation. Hus mass has dwindled a lot, but still a huge amount of them on the field. Got 10 at the moment. Total of 18 now. 8 more coming from base. Rohbrot's... I can't tell how this is going. I think he needs to make more longbows. But he's not really macroed for it right now because he's only on food and coin. Meanwhile, Dennis making raiders. Shipping 700 coin. We are maxed out on the Kree CDBs. Let's have a look at the Vil counts. Around 50 for Brit. Brit is aging, by the way. I think I like this a lot.
Yes.
No need to keep pushing into Dennis's base. So this is kind of a critical moment. I think he just needs to sit in his base until the age up is done. But his villagers are going to be exposed here, so let's see what Dennis knows. He does have vision of that hunt. Does Rohbrot know this is coming? Not yet. Okay, sees it now. Those longbows are vulnerable. We got a bit of an archer scuffle here. Tell you what though, that was a huge mass of Huss. 18. We got another double batch of Huss on the way. Rohbrot banking his shipments. Do we have an age up in the queue for Dennis? No. Seems he's not even thinking about it. So I think if Rohbrot's able to safely age here without losing a bunch of builds, he's in an incredible position all of a sudden. And Dennis, like, imagine if you'd taken a few raiders and sent them over here. Would have been a great move. But he's keeping all of his units in a ball and doesn't really seem sure of what to do. Sending Cav HP now. Hand Cav HP. Ooh, some villagers in the fray. I don't think that's what Rohbrot wanted. I think he's gonna lose all of those. So he's now forced into the fight because of that. Let's have a look at the bill count. Yeah, lost at least 5 builds there. Minutes are called. This is an awful time. This is not when you want to be fighting as Brit. Oh no, I'm sorry. He did get vet upgrades. This is a great time to fight. Yeah, so vet upgrades out on both the Huss and the longbow. And that's a really good clean. Really not what Dennis wanted. I think Dennis needed to be acting more decisively there. But now pretty much his only window to get damage done was when Brit was aging, and that window's gone now. Brit's got vet upgrades out on both of his units. And tell you what, they're getting some nice trades. Dennis taps out. GG. Rohbrot takes another game, 4-0 in this series so far. And for game number 5, we're going to have Rohbrot on France and Dennis on China. Is there another matchup after this one? No, I'm pretty sure this is the only series of the day. Game number 5 is going to be on Siberia. Nothing stands out too much about that map to me. No livestock or anything like that. No natives, but there is a trade line. Okay, we got our game. That is one weird map feature Siberia has. You do start with an outpost in base right next to your coin mine. That makes it even more ridiculous to FF as China, because that's one more thing your villas can pop in and out of. Both players opening with a trading post, no surprises there. Okay, decks are out. Let's see what they look like. Okay. Very merc heavy China deck here. Also got the Duck Squad. It's very tempting to call this deck unserious, but I don't know. Maybe versus France, all those things actually do make sense. Let's have a look at this French deck. Wow. Very industrial heavy. No eco gather cards really. No eco theory, no refrigeration or royal mint. I mean, I guess that's not uncommon for France. So I wonder if we're going to see an FI here from Dennis. Sorry, from Rohbrot. I guess probably the thinking here is China's going to FF and there's not much I can do about it. So why don't I just FF or FI on my own? I wonder if we'll even see a semi or if he'll just FF. We'll see, I guess. So, Rohbrot is clicked up with 400 wood. It's done us up to, did go for the more meta 400 food consulate age up. He's going to be putting down his Temple of Heaven shortly. There it is. Not much of a building rotator, it seems. Oh, I was wrong. There are natives on this map. Looks like this time we got Tengri. A pretty... I don't like this. This faction very much. The units are okay. The techs are bad. So I doubt we'll see that. Wow, second trading post in transition for Dennis. This is definitely not something you see all the time. Meanwhile, market in transition for Rohbrot. They haven't rate of fire upgrades. Yeah. It's 700 res though. When are you gonna get that? Like in treaty, sure. So I really wonder about this. Okay, actually no, this makes sense. The trading post here makes sense. So he presumably looked at Rohbrot's deck, saw that he like wanted to counter FI him essentially, and maybe Dennis is like, oh, how do I make that? How do I deal with that? And he thought, okay, put a trading post down because it looks like France probably wants to FF. And yeah, whether this is a plan all along or whether it's in reaction to that, Rohbrot has chosen to put down stable and do a semi. So we're going to see probably 5 husks popping out of there soon. So presumably these husks are going to run into the base, try to pick off a vill or two, probably fail to pick off a vill, and then go siege down the trading posts. So let's see what happens next. 700 wood on the way for China, not using the crates. I guess, no, he didn't get anything from consulate. That's an unusual way to... Oh, he got sent export. What for, I wonder? So I think he almost gets a Vil this Huss, loses one Huss. I don't believe he got a Vil. I was busy thinking about what he's doing with that export. I'm not sure about this China build, you know? I don't know, I guess he's still clicking up at a semi-time. And presumably he wants to make redcoats. That's why he sent that, to protect his TPs. Yeah, I guess this is reasonable. But he is housed right now, which is unfortunate. I think he's definitely going to lose this one. Yeah, so this build from China was almost so good. But now it's, I don't know. Maybe Rohbrot's even a bit ahead after all this. So Rohbrot's clicked up. Going up with Exiled Prince. Now the question is he going to try and do something Fortress, or is he going to FI like he wants to? We'll find out. Nice micro from the Explorer there, killing the minutes. What was China build? He shipped 300 export first in Age 2. And then he shipped, ooh, nice Transcendence there. Wow, I just assumed he was gonna... Somehow he bought enough time with these to save the trading post. I think... Yeah, trading post lives. Incredible work there from Dennis to keep that alive. That's... Okay, maybe I spoke too soon. He doesn't have enough wood. Oh no, it's going down. Yeah, okay, the trade post definitely dead. I am not quite sure why he pulled his redcoats back home. Maybe he thought that French had some units coming out, that he'd lose them if he stayed. Okay, let's see what Rohbrot's up to. Yes, he definitely wants to... So he made 5 more Huss, but he definitely wants to FI. Sent 1,000 coin and is gathering up food. A little mismacroed, not the worst. Oh, that hurts. Had to run his vills all the way over here to get his next hunt. China, on the other hand, looks like Dennis wants to play Fortress and send his ball deep into Rohbrot's base. Let's see if he can get that done. So it's training some cav, shipping some cav, and then it's probably go time. Doing a little bit of initial scouting with his disciple. Let's see what he sees. Disciples do have very limited vision. Nevertheless, is able to find the CDB over here. So that's some good info. Villagers punching some tigers here. Explorer comes in to save them. Ooh, Explorer's named DDT. We were lucky there are no endangered birds on this map, because that would have been a federal crime. In the United States, anyway. What are these 9 Huss been doing? Just hanging around in base, I guess. Trying to send them across map. But thinks better of it, seeing this giant China ball takes him back home. So, let's see what Rohbrot's up to. He is still aging. And, I think he's gonna age up and just lose a bunch of houses. Very annoying, but definitely still come back fromable. Just spammed some houses over here, which is what you do. Yep. Got 3 gendarmes on the way. Presumably gonna ship, Oh, he cancelled... Yeah, I think that's right. He cancelled 3 gendarmes, which is probably the plan all along. He probably had that queued in case he had to fight in transition. But now he's gonna ship the much more valuable 6 gendarmes. Uh, so Rohbrot has what he wanted, but I don't know if he will be able to effectively mass the way he needs to. Is housed. That hurts so much with these gendarmes about to pop. Really needed to market buy some wood there, but his market just died. So he really should have had 2 more gendarmes than he has right now. But let's see what he can do with what he has. Redcoat's all the way over there. That's great for Rohbrot, but now they're closing. And these... Yeah, it's just heavy cav out from Rohbrot, so this is looking pretty rough for him. And he's going to send his second gendarme shipment, but that's a lot of redcoats. And I think this game is looking pretty over. Okay, one last pop here. Let's go. Right on top of the arcs. Very nice. Cleans up the arc mass pretty effectively. 5 gendarme about to pop from the stable. You know what? With the CDBs out in the fight, it looks like Rohbrot's actually going to clean here. Very surprising. So, Rohbrot loses a bunch of infrastructure and gets a ton of idle time. Does not lose a ton of villagers, though is still behind in villager count. Ooh, rough. But here come the Manchus to clean up. Squamiger yelling, "Just kill TC!" These guys only got 11 siege attack though, so seems dangerous. This is a very precarious situation here. 14 skirms about to be on the field, and with that, I think Rohbrot is going to be feeling very secure. Yeah, he's got to back up. I think he backed up even before he saw the skirm, but now he sees the skirm. Definitely got to scram. Get out. What is he shipping? Shipping Chengdaos. Well, yeah, and the TC is being repaired now, and Rohbrot is breathing a sigh of relief. He's barely held on to his TC, and with it, the game. So let's see what the remass is looking like here. Looks like we got 2 cav batches out from the war academies. Both players now having to send their vills all over the map. Not much in the way of anti-cav for Rohbrot, so I'd say he's in a bit of a pickle here. Gonna continue making gendarmes. I'm not sure how gendarmes trade with China cav, but I would expect that the gendarmes don't do terribly well. Okay, Dennis coming back in with his mass. That is a scary amount of units. Gonna try to go for the TC again, but it's been healing this entire time. Ooh, interesting engage here. French units in the trees. I'm not sure who this favors, but it definitely looks like Dennis has a higher mass. CDB's at the back being annoying. Distracting the Chengdaos, which is actually great. But I still don't know if it's going to be enough here. Redcoat's joining the battle from the back. Rohbrot is looking pretty dead, I tell ya. And he has exhausted all of his big Age 4 shipments. Gonna try to ship heavies now, but that's not gonna do much. There's no mass to support them. And Rohbrot taps out. Dennis winning the final game of the series after losing the first 4. Good game. So that rounds our series out to 4-1. That was an interesting game. I guess Rohbrot... I don't know if he expected that Dennis would FI. I mean, Dennis had a lot of industrial cards, so it doesn't mean they're going to FI. That he's going to FI, right? All right, well, that's it for now. So that was our only scheduled cast for today, but I am talking to Swisher Guts and Riot Coke, and I think I'm able to get the recordings from their series. So if people are interested in seeing that game casted from recordings, that's something we could do.